Make life yummy with food for your mind and tummy. Lady Yum Yum.
Hi, I'm Lady Yum Yum. Today we're going to make chocolate covered strawberries. I love making chocolate covered strawberries because they seem to make everybody happy. If I bring them to a party or have them here at my house at a party, everybody goes right for them. They disappear like magic. So today I'm going for a bike ride later on with my friends, and I found these beautiful strawberries at the local farmer's market and couldn't pass them up. They're a nice size, perfect really for chocolate covered strawberries. For the chocolate, I like this brand. This is from a small company up by San Francisco. And I like to use a combination of both milk chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate. I find a half and half mix is the perfect balance with the strawberries. Another reason I like this brand of chocolate is that this chocolate comes as these little wafers. And this saves the time of breaking up a bar with a knife. Don't confuse these wafers with the wafers you might find at your local craft store that aren't real chocolate. You always want to make sure that cocoa butter is in your chocolate. The first step is to wash your strawberries really well. You want to make sure to get off any dirt, and I like to use a vegetable wash. It gets all the dirt and any residue off the strawberries. When possible, I buy organic strawberries. They weren't quite available because it's early in the strawberry season still. These are just conventionally grown. And so I swirl them around in the wash and then rinse them really, really well. And when I rinse them, I try to pull the leaves away a little because that's what we're going to use to hold on to them. And we don't want that to get in the chocolate. Just give it a nice little rinse there. Make sure the greens are all rinsed. And I drain them on a paper towel and a tea towel. Water and chocolate don't mix, so we need to make sure the berries are very, very dry. I pat them dry with a paper towel, and then I move them to a dry paper towel over by the stove where we'll be dipping them. The next step will be to get your double boiler ready. And a double boiler is water in a bottom pan. And this is actually a double boiler, so I have a pan that fits right on top. If you don't have a double boiler, you could just put a glass heat-proof bowl on top. Now you don't want the water to touch the bottom of this pan. You want it to be maybe 1.5 inches of water, so it's just maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch below the bottom of the pan. Then you're going to heat your water to about 130 degrees. Now if you don't have a thermometer, don't worry. Just heat it not to anywhere near boiling, just till you start seeing some steam build up, and that should be about the right temperature. Once you've reached 130 degrees, turn the heat way down so it just stays at that simmer, and add your chocolate. And now add the milk chocolate. And now we'll just stir it until it melts about 2/3 of the way. So about 2/3 of these wafers will be melted. There, I'm just about there, where about 2/3 of the chips or wafers are melted. And what I do now is take it off the heat completely, turn off my burner, and I continue to stir until it's completely melted. And the temperature I'm looking for the chocolate to be at this point is 88 degrees. That'll get there pretty naturally, but again, if you have a thermometer, use it. If you don't, the method works pretty well and you don't have to be too concerned. If they don't look perfectly beautiful, people will still love them. There we go, my chocolate's completely melted. It's nice and smooth and glossy. So it's time to dip the strawberries. And I try to dip all the sides, get the chocolate really close, but again, not touching the leaves. And I let it drain just a second and place it on my cookie sheet. And we keep doing that until we're out of strawberries or out of chocolate. Now I'm going to set these aside to cool. So I often have a little chocolate left and don't want to waste it. So I usually make little chocolates with whatever I have around the house. Today I have these little vegan marshmallows and some walnuts that I'm going to use to make Rocky Road candies. Sometimes I do raisins and nuts, or any kind of dried fruit and nuts works well. I've done salted caramels and cashews. They came out really good. You just take a couple pieces of whatever you're using and throw them in the little cup. There we go. And then just take the chocolate and try to neatly spoon it over. There we go. And then we put it here to dry and grab our next one. These are gonna taste yummy. So it's been about 2 hours and these are just about set up and ready for our bike ride. If you want details, amounts of chocolate I used, anything else, check out our website. Time to get ready for that bike ride.
Quick, quick silver, quick brown box. A gap, a spark, a flash, a shot. Counting down a thunderclap. A shake, a shook, a stick. Ticket, rock, a ticket. Supersonic attitude. Supersonic. Flipping on a dime. A comet shot across the sky. Folding space and time. If I could get you, I might chase you. If I could hold on, I'd embrace you. And we'd ride the waves of sweet emotion. Don't you know, now don't you know, you're causing a commotion. Yeah. A rush of birds, a flight of joy. A turn of fate, a risk of boy. Behind the head, a pocket full. A pause, a push, a pull. Driving, driven round and round, winding up the road, slipping, sliding through the cracks, spinning throttle home. If I could get you, I might chase you. If I could hold on, I'd embrace you, and we'd ride the waves of sweet emotion. Don't you know, now don't you know,
how are they?
Causing a commotion.
Are they good?
Ride a commotion.
How do you like to do that?
You know what?
Daniel?
I love that they're what, how many calories? 70 calories. Yep. Was it worth a bike ride to get a chocolate covered strawberry at the end?
Is it yum yum, huh, Matthew? Yeah, yum. Is that good?
Thanks for coming to our first episode of Lady Yum Yum. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yum yum!